It's kind of random, but I never know when I'm going to be at work, so I came on here just to answer some Q&A for you guys. I don't know if you have any questions or anything, but heading home, it's time to answer some questions for you guys. Didn't post a regular video today, so I figured I'd jump on here and do a little Q&A with you. If you guys have any questions about projects, I've got so many lined up, it's ridiculous. I need help. I need time, that's what I really need. Yeah. Anybody's got questions, jump on here. You can ask me a question, you can ridicule me, you can ask what's going on with the channel, you can make requests for the channel if you want to know what's going on in the future. I work on cars and trucks, and that's what I do. All my vehicles on my channel are over 100,000 miles. This one's at 217,000. It's only a 2017 F-150. I have a 2012 that's now at 510,000. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions, now's the time. Actually, from you guys, I need some help. So, what I need is help coming up with possibly a channel name change, or also titles for new videos. You know, if you guys got any ideas for a new video, but also title. Kind of having a end of the barrel, can't really come up with ideas that much lately. Names, titles for the videos, especially when it's like, oh, I replaced this actuator in a door. Replaced actuator in a door. Like, I'm not thinking that far outside the box. I'm just kind of hitting a wall. So, yeah, nobody's on here yet. We had one jump off, one jump off. Jump on and jump off. And we're doing this just to see if you guys got any questions. Answers. It's all about questions, answers. So, yep. What kind of music are you guys listening to lately? Since nobody's asking questions, nobody's on the stream. Are you all at work or something? Do you work for a living? I mean, come on, aren't you unemployed like me? Can't you guys get fired like the rest of us? Damn. If anybody lives in Northeast Oklahoma, you're well aware that there is just too much construction going on all the time. It's like a state flower. There's construction going on all the time. Orange cones are becoming like a national landmark in the state of Oklahoma, and it's kind of crazy because I like to see, you know, greenery, fields, foliage, landscape, animals. Nope, it's just a bunch of freaking traffic cones, construction crews, concrete mixers, backhoes. Like everywhere you go. I'm getting sick to death of it. So is that happening anywhere else? Anybody in Indiana? Anybody, you know, in Minneapolis or New York? Who the hell's watching from where? If you're in Canada, how often do you guys have road construction? Come on, riddle me that. I see one thumbs up, so it sounds like somebody's agreeing with me that, yeah, construction sucks. It's a pain in the ass. To me, one of the worst construction sites to go to is when they've got a light on each side. They turn it down to, oh my, hey, thank you. Please sub. Why'd you leave? Please sub. Bye. Oh, thanks. Drop a heart. Drop a like. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll sub to you. I just gotta wait till I get off the stream, because if I click on you to go sub, it's gonna keep me off the stream. So, hey, Abraham man, Abaduli. Yeah, number one. Hi. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you guys. If you have any questions about cars or just anything in general, life, Northeast Oklahoma, like where I'm from, I mean, if I watch my channel and see that I work on four-wheelers, I work on trucks, also work on cars and stuff. I did Coyote swap a 1970 Dodge Charger, so it's Coyote, for anybody who doesn't know, is a V8 Mustang motor, one of the newer Mustangs, and I put it in a 1970 Dodge Charger. So it's like, come on, if I got questions, anything. Also work on tractors. This is just a side note. One of my favorite things to do on vehicles is electrical work. I am completely self-taught. Like, I have not gone to school for it at all. It just fascinates me to try and hunt down Ira Sandoval High. It fascinates me to work on electrical issues these days. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on a video or something you want to see, trying to master a problem on a vehicle, or looking for some hints and tips on how to do something easier. Hey, thank you. I love you as a subscriber. Appreciate you. All the love and support you guys give to the channel. Every time you hit a thumbs up, if you comment on it, it just helps the algorithm kick it out there further and further to more people. So I thank you. I love you guys. And I appreciate all the love and support you guys do to the channel. It's amazing. Yes, I see that. I see you said hi, and I sang hi back to you, Iris. How are you doing today? Where are you, by the way? Where in the world are you, Iris? I happen to be in the United States. I assume you are, but go on, tell me. What part of the world are you from? I want to know, somebody in another country, what's the highest mileage vehicle or kilometer, I guess you'd measure it in? What's a record? Like, what's a high standard for mileage for a vehicle somewhere else in the world? Because within the United States, 100,000 miles is like, okay, that's kind of common. It's about half a lifespan. Some crazy people like me who take it over 500,000 miles. Yeah, I've done that. So I see Iris has commented, and I can respond to that. But you guys have to comment back. Give me something to talk about. I'm here to answer your guys' questions. You're from America? Sweet. I'm from America too. What part of America? That's the question. What is a song that's stuck in you guys' head recently? Like something you heard in the last month that you just can't get rid of. Every time you get in the car to go somewhere, you just pop it on and you listen to it probably 5 times in a 10-minute span. You ever have a song like that where it just gets stuck in your head? I've got a few. I'm gonna let you go, I'm gonna break you home. Yeah, you guys might have just got rickrolled. Iris, what are you doing today? Are you at work and you're watching my live stream? Are you at home? What part of America are you from? Is it hot where you're at? Is it cold? Do you have construction in the road with traffic cones everywhere? Like orange skyscrapers? Hey, if anybody's from your home, sweet. Enjoy the day off. If anybody's from Texas watching this, I feel so bad for your state right now. Yeah, it's hot everywhere. I agree. Probably even up in New York, they're probably suffering right now at 80 degrees. But if anybody in Texas is watching this right now, I feel so bad for your state. I'm praying for you guys. I hope you guys can pull through and just find everyone that you're looking for, you know. It's just crazy how state to state. In 2019, I live in North Oklahoma. In 2019, we started seeing record floods like that, but it happened over a few weeks. So water levels just rose and back roads were closed and stuff like that. But we didn't have a sudden, you know, basically wall of water come through in the middle of the night. And I'm sure we've had a few people die in drainage ditches. They were homeless living inside drainage pipes. That one's pretty crazy. Where am I going? I'm headed. That's where I'm headed. I work in the middle of the night in my day job, so I'm heading home. Yeah, we had a couple of, I guess, homeless people who were living inside of a drainage ditch pipe, and the moment some floodwaters, it wasn't even that severe floodwaters, but those pipes acted as they should. They were carrying out drainage. Oh my God, this guy's got a little reflector. That is bright. I can't look. But yeah, all some of those drainage ditch pipes, they were doing their job. Turker Berdeman, what up? Yeah, and they got swept away. I think one guy escaped, and the other one, they ended up finding a woman's body like 2 or 3 miles, you know, further into the pipe. It's just crazy. It's tragic. I don't like hearing about anybody dying, you know. You heard about that? Yeah, it's It's crazy. You hear about it. To me, I always find it weird how the news is so disconnected, from region to region or state to state. So, like something local to you guys, unless it's big and significant, like what happened in Texas, part of the world might not hear about it. Your next door neighbors a state away might not hear about it. And that to me is a little bit crazy, like the disconnect, especially the way the internet is so available to everyone. It's like, I don't know. You get on YouTube and all of a sudden you start hearing about the same thing. You'll see a video. It's like, oh, 15 dead here. This or that happened. A tornado hit. School shooting or something. Just something tragic. It's like those are your neighbors. At least here in the United States, like that's how we're all supposed to be. We're the United States. So I always feel for those people. I feel bad for them. All right, so who's got the record heat today, wherever you're at? My truck says it's 88 degrees right now. How hot is it where anybody else is watching? SF I'm sorry, I can't see right now. That truck that was driving by me had a big old visor that was chrome, and it blinded the crap out of me. It literally driving the road. It was so bright. Even my LEDs, if I kicked them on, I don't think could have competed with that. It's competing with the sun. So who's got the record temp where you live? Huh? Anybody? Iris, since you seem to be so dedicated to watching this live stream, boy died on the last day of school. That sucks. On the last day of school this year, like the end of the school year. What I want to know where that happened for you, was that was it natural causes? Was it bullying? What happened to the little boy? How did he die? That is tragic. Heart goes out to him. I was saying, Iris, since you're my dedicated live stream watcher right now, and you're on here and I'm going to answer all your questions, and you like my videos, do you have something in particular you want to see in a video? Do you have a car problem that you need fixed or addressed? Electrical, it could be valve cover gaskets, it could be something with the brakes, just anything. Is there something you want to see car related on the channel? I'll take suggestions. I've done it before. There's been a few people who commented and were like, hey, how do you, tear apart this alternator? I made a video for a guy on that. There was a guy who asked about when you go to start up these Ford trucks, they go in the dash. It's kind of annoying. It's like, how do you turn that off? So I made a video and showed him how to turn that off. I will take on requests like that. Always up for helping you guys. That's what my channel's all about. So I want you to comment on there and let me know what you guys want to see. If you got suggestions, if you're like, hey, you did this wrong in a video, or there's an easier way than that, that's what it's all about. That's why we're a community, and I'm trying to help you guys, and you help me, and it's feedback. We're literally just tag teaming back and forth. Call us the dynamic duo, but there's 3 billion users on YouTube, so dynamic duo. How do you fix the brakes? Are you trying to replace brake rotors, brake pads? You got squeals going on? What's going on with your brakes specifically? If you're trying to bleed them, your guess is as good as mine, because I've bought several tools on how to bleed them, and I know how to do it. I just have the worst luck on how to bleed brakes. Other than that, I have replaced brake calipers before and bled them properly. But right now, I'm trying to bleed brakes on a UTV, a side-by-side, off-road vehicle. And for the life of me, using an electric pump, using a hand pump, using the actual pedal, all kinds of, I cannot get fluid to come through that freaking master cylinder, and it is driving me bananas. I mean, there's got to be something else wrong that I'm doing here, but I even went so far as the other day I was messing with that. I took everything apart, and I force-fed air back through the line trying to go in reverse. It through, so I know there's no obstructions, so I put fluid back in it, and now I'm trying to force it. But brake pads, replacing pads is actually fairly easy. So one of my videos I did do that, replace the brake pads. One thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need either a coat hanger, or you're going to need to get a, it's like an S-hook. They sell them at O'Reilly's, and I show that in the video too. So when you take off your brake caliper, the hose is still attached because you're not getting in the fluid at all. You're just replacing the brake pads. You need to set it down somewhere. If you let it dangle from the brake hose itself, it can damage the hose, make it internally collapse. So when you go to pressing your brakes, they're always going to feel spongy. They'll never be good and full pressure. But if you're going to replace the brake pads, you'll need to, as soon as you take them off the rotor, that caliper is going to expand the rest of the way, so it won't slide back over the rotor, especially with new pads, because it's at a output so far. So when you take it off, you're going to need to recompress that brake caliper. You're going to need to put it back in. You can use a C-clamp, or you can get a tool like I did, same thing I used in the video because I'm doing it so often now, and it basically just expands and it pushes that caliper back in, allows it to reset 100%. You just slide in new pads. You're going to replace the mounting points. They come with little sleeve sliders. You replace those, put the pads on, put your caliper back on, bolt everything down, and then recheck everything. You should be good to go. Brakes are not that hard. The one thing you do got to watch out for when you go to replace your brake pads is you want to make sure your rotors aren't out of limit. If they need to be turned, you can check that. All rotors have the out of limit range on them. You just got to find it. It's embossed or stamped somewhere. Typically, like around the hub, it'll be around it. On the backside, you'll see some numbers and letters and sequences. If it's rusty, take a wire brush to it and get it free, but you'll be able to see, it'll say, 31 thousandths or whatever. It'll give you measurements of, you've got this, how much you can go ahead and do to get them turned. Any O'Reilly's, I think AutoZone will too. They'll turn them for, I think, about 20 bucks a rotor. Most of the time, if they just have small, finite little grooves, just little unevenness, new pads will be fine. You don't even have to worry about the rotors, but like I said, you're gonna have to check those out of limits. You are welcome, Iris. Anybody else? What's the temperature like where you're at, Iris? Is it hot? You said it's hot, but who's beating 88 degrees? Is it hotter than that, or is it humid hot? Because it could be 78 and a dew point of 70, and it feels like the tropics. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know, how hot is it where you're at? Yep. Again, I love and appreciate all you guys. Just doing this today, kind of a live stream with you, just because I didn't upload a video today. I was kind of lazy over the weekend, had too much going on, and I've got a video in the works. It's 100? Oh, you win. You win, Iris. I ain't competing with that. I don't care if your dew point is 0. I don't want to be in 100. 100's ridiculous. At some point in July, maybe towards the end of August, mid to late August, we'll hit 100 a couple of times, but you're already there, and it's July 14th. Ew. I don't envy you at all. I'm sorry. Hopefully you got AC. Hopefully you're inside enjoying some AC. But yeah, the video next one I'm working on is I finally got my four-wheeler going, the Raptor four-wheeler. You saw the last 2 videos where I did some carb cleanup, did some riding around, testing everything. Long story short, it's still burning oil. So it wasn't the timing chain. I actually have to go and replace the piston rings. Yeah, you guys do. The heat sucks. I'm so looking forward to fall already. I'm looking forward to pumpkin spice, pumpkin pie, hoodies, and 55-degree nights. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to a T. I'm ready for holiday music to come on. I'm ready for stuffing. I'm ready to go sit inside or outside by a bonfire. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, guys. Sorry, text message going off. Funny side note, that text message, I don't know how you could hear it, is a coyote, sounding off. It's revving up in a little Miata. It's a video I found on YouTube, and I turned it into a ring zone. But yeah, my four-wheeler. So, like I said, long story short, I'm gonna have to go ahead and do a full rebuild. So the top end, the head gasket, and the piston rings. I ran a leak down test on it, and you can see that in YouTube Shorts. It's on my channel, and it's escaping through. You compress the cylinder. Where am I? It's going to rain. Nice. Well, hopefully it'll cool it down and not make it heavier, muggier where you're at. The rain always feels good just for a split second, and then when the sun comes back out, oh, It's the worst. Did that over the weekend here. It rained. Felt phenomenal. It was like 72 for the high. All of a sudden, the sun came out and it decided to go, clear in the 90s, mid 90s. It was horrible. God awful. Just wish it had waited till, after the sun went down. But you run a leak down test. You put the engine at top dead center, or the cylinder where it's at top dead center, which means it is the highest it can go right before it starts to combust and then go back down. So it is maximized up, and you're going to compress it with that tool. You add compressed air to the cylinder, and then wherever it's escaping from, you can tell if it's escaping from the intake valves or the exhaust valves or in the piston itself, like downward in the crankcase. And in my case, it was. So it escaping like that means it's making it past the piston rings and making it past the oil rings, which is weird because I don't have a lack of compression. The motor seems to be running just fine, but it is burning oil. So it means, I guess technically, here's the thing that's kind of weird, because the way that motor is designed, the timing chain goes on the side of the block. So if air was escaping from the intake valves or the exhaust valves, it would clearly go right into the crankcase. I might need to reevaluate that. I gotta be certain. I might just go ahead and do the valve seats as well. Who knows? Maybe they're just toast as well. But all I know is it's burning oil, and it's burning it at a pretty fast pace. It's about a quarter of a quart every one or two rides, which is just way too fast. I pulled the spark plug out that I just cleaned, and it looks like chicken fried steak that's black. It's just covered in grit. So the motor's got to be completely rebuilt. I'm not going to go into the crankcase because the transmission's fine, but the piston portion, yeah, it's got to be rebuilt, which sucks because I want to do some riding. But I think I'm going to go and call that it, guys. Iris, I thank you so much for watching. I hope the rain cools it down where you're at. It doesn't make it hotter than hell. That would be terrible. Again, thank you guys so much for the love and support. If you have any questions, please sound off in the comments on this video, the next video. Make requests, go to my community post. I post on there as much as possible to let you guys know, especially when I don't have a video coming out. Thank you so much, Iris. You're amazing. You guys are all amazing for watching the videos. I can't believe right now the channel is averaging almost 4,000 views every 2 days. So compared to where we were at this time last year, it was like maybe 1,200 views, every 2 days. So it's like we've grown phenomenally. It's getting more intense, and that's all I want, is to reach more people. I want to help you. You're going to be live tomorrow? Am I? Should I? Are you asking that? Should I? I don't know, because my work schedule is what makes it so hard to plan anything. If I do go live, it will probably be Sunday. I'll try to do one on Sunday. And if I do, I'll post on there or try to set up a pre-live. That way you guys can see like a standby or waiting room where you can jump on there and then join me or whatever, or be in queue so you'll know. But probably Sunday afternoon. I'm going to try to do one then. I've got an idea on one to do for Sunday, which I'll actually do kind of a repair to this truck. I've got a secondary key to make, so I'll be using ForeScan. It's something I've thought about doing live. I just don't know, because I also want to turn it into an actual video. I know people don't want to sit and watch the entire process of me logging into a computer and be like, here, waiting. Want a little more trimmed down version of it. So I'll have to see if I can do the live stream and actually use that secondary as the actual video. I'm going to find out. But if not, I'll do a live stream and just do another Q&A with you guys, because I think this is fun. But thank you, Iris, so much for watching. Like I said, I hope it cools down where you're at and doesn't just get muggier than hell. That's what I hope. So you have a great afternoon. Hopefully that rain cools you down. Hopefully you go down into the 80s. Wouldn't it be amazing if it's 85 after it rains? But y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for all the love and support, and we will catch you in the next one.